Alright, I am in the truck series of the NASCAR Heat 5 game. I am at Charlotte here. Going to try to lay down a decent lap, then talk about the lap and talk about the setup. This setup has ran a 30.3. I've actually hit 30.3 several times. Right now on the leaderboard, I think that's close to the all-time fast lap, but the game's only been out about 12 days, I think, so I'm sure those times will go down. Somebody that's a better driver than I am could probably beat that by a tenth or two with this setup. And I would say that's a setup that was, or the lap time that was posted without any draft. If you get a drafting partner and you go around here, you get definitely better than that time.
That was a great lap.
I like how Tony tells me that was a great lap when really it wasn't a very good lap at all. Let's see if we can do it a little better this time.
That was a great lap.
There we go. That's a 30.3. Now let's slow it down, talk about the lap. I like to lift a little on corner entry here. I feel like earlier I lift, the earlier I can get back in the throttle, so I'm a big fan of lifting early. And there is a little bump about here, I think. It's not as bad as the bump in turn 3, but there's a little bump here. All you got to do, I'm getting somebody's had me as a friend, is I lift a little because I feel like it helps me get over that bump smoothly, and it helps me get back in the gas sooner, and it helps me stay on the bottom too. So those are all the reasons I lift early. Then I try to stay down here on this blue line pretty much all the way through the turn and coming out of the turn. Now when we get to turns 3 and 4, I think 3 and 4 are a little more tricky. They seem to, I don't know if it's because I'm in the truck series and things are just easier, or they have smoothed things out a little bit in the game. But somewhere about the start of this this blue striping here is where I like to lift, and right in the middle of it, I think, is a big hump, or it used to be a big hump. I try to not really be on the gas going over the hump because I feel like you go a lot smoother over this hump if you're not in the throttle. So what I try to do is I am also trying to get the truck really turned down when I am off the throttle here. So I try to take an angle where I am almost dive bombing this corner, and where I am really getting the truck to move down the track while I am off the gas and going over the bumps. And then I come out of it real low and stay low all the way out of the corner, and I try to shorten this track as much as I can by coming out of here and then just staying right down here to where I am just, I am come out of that turn basically at an angle to go right here on the dog leg, so I'm staying at the bottom and shortening the distance around the track. So that is how I try to run this as far as how I drive Charlotte. Let's go in and talk about the setup. So on this setup, this is pretty typical of how I run things in a lot of ways. I am running a front weight and a wedge of 49.7, and they're both the same, and they're both in that between 49.5 and 50 range. That's how I run a lot of setups. And if you saw any of my videos, I've explained that. I feel like it makes the truck easier to adjust when you don't have a real heavy front weight. I went a little more aggressive on the left front camber because you don't wear the left front camber. The front sway bar here is really stiff. If you can run a stiff front sway bar and the truck will turn, that's great, because when you're running a softer front sway bar, what happens is think of it as the truck is rolling over on the right side easier, and when it is rolling over, what you want the truck to do is you want all of its motion and energy to be turning and not rolling over. So that stiffer front sway bar does that, but it also makes the car tighter. So you try to achieve a balance between how soft do you want it to make the car turn with how much speed are you losing because the truck's rolling over on the right side instead of turning. But I was able to get away with a pretty stiff front sway bar. The track bar, the right track bar, is probably higher than what I normally run, but that really helped the truck turn coming off the corner, and I didn't feel like it getting loose at all. So that's how I got to the right track bar. I really felt like running it that high loosened the truck up enough that you could really make time around the corners. Big thing here to me is this rear end ratio. I'm at a 325. I feel like there is more speed to be gained, but if you go down to a 310, which is the next one down, you're just not cranking enough RPMs to really get the speed you need. But the 325 works, but you are just really almost on the red line, I think, when you're coming across the start finish line, that if you went with like a 310 and a 105 or something, you might be able to squeeze out another tenth or two of speed. But at any rate, that is what I have got at Charlotte right now. I think it's a pretty respectable setup. Any questions, leave me it in the comments, and I will try to respond. Or any other tracks you want to see a setup, let me know. Do me a huge favor and like and subscribe. This channel is finally getting some traction. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from people that have watched the videos, and I really appreciate the support and appreciate everybody giving me the good feedback on the video. So keep it up. It really makes my day when I see a positive comment on a video or I see a thumbs up on it. So please like and subscribe. Appreciate it very much, and everybody have a great day.